What was your first goal you made when you came back to work?
The first goal, after I found out everybody was okay, where was the equipment? We have 5 schools in the district, and some schools had more damage than the others, but when we came back to the band hall, everything was gone. Just to find out where I could start and what did I have to work with. If you can look behind us, we saved letters. This is probably half of it. These are letters from all over the country, and for example, a band here, Purvis High School, I know the band director, they donated instruments and about $5,000, which bought new drum equipment for us. His name is Andy Huber. He is a Boy Scout in Pennsylvania. In order to earn his Eagle's wings, he had to do a community project, and it was really awesome. It started out with a few horns that we can donate, and it somehow made the paper up there, and the community got involved, and Andy, by himself, sent us 150 instruments. Not only did he send 150 instruments, they had they call them subs up there, I think we call them poor boys here. They had a sandwich drive and raised about $4,000, and in turn the instruments that were donated to us from all over Pennsylvania, they were refurbished, and it was just like receiving brand new instruments. People have been wonderful.
How did Katrina affect your relationship with your students?
And that's an easy one. I thought I was pretty close to my students, but I didn't realize how close. We're just even closer. A band is a family because we spend so much time together. It's made us realize that we need to get out and learn who our neighbors are. It seems like you don't really know who your neighbors are until something like this happens.
When you see your students each day, what is your first thought?
I'm glad they're home. I'm glad they came back.
Thank you.
What was your reaction when you saw all those people?
Somewhat surprised, actually. Even as a nurse, emergency nurse of 20 years, I was surprised that it was that fast, that we pretty much came downstairs, walked to the ER, and saw lights of cars and buses bringing patients in. And we treated those patients. We had no electricity, our generator was underwater, all of our equipment had been ruined. We couldn't turn these people away. And we were so glad that we were here, even though we didn't have much more than a building. What else did this community have? Where else would you go? You're going to go to your hospital. You're frightened, you're scared, you don't know what to do. There's no radio, no television, no cell phones, no landlines, absolutely zero communication with the world. And you don't know if your family members are alive or not. So everybody's going to go to the hospital. And that was what they did. And we just took everybody and took care of them. We had plenty of staff. We had very limited equipment. But that's okay, because we're ER personnel and we're used to working with nothing and improvising.
Not the federal government, not bureaucracies, not agencies. The individuals banding together with a cause, an objective, taking care of ourselves, individualism, not dependency, you know, that's where it's at.
Oftentimes, teenagers are unwilling to open up and talk about their personal experiences during Katrina and how they're coping with the trauma from that. So this week, members of the DreamYard Action Project of New York are working closely with some Bay St. Louis teams. They're putting together an art show that expresses their thoughts and their hopes as their community struggles to recover. Trang Fambui shows us how this creative gift from the Bronx to the Bay is working.
It's called Mississippi Rising, as in Phoenix Rising.
If a picture can tell 1,000 words.
When something seems of like such destruction, you know, it always comes back, and that's what the Phoenix represents.
And these pieces of art speak volumes about the unique identity of Bay St. Louis.
We went out into the community looking for people, places, and things that had a good story to tell that may not have been covered by the media. Make art that was a form of healing.
Using plaster and their imaginations.
Where do you want your feathers hanging?
The Bay High students and teens from the Bronx, New York create shields with symbols that tell a story.
This piece is of a
what I picture an eagle would look like.
Tommy Duviel's creation pays tribute to a hero, his uncle, Andy Bueller.
To represent the power and strength my uncle had during the storm to help people out. And he saved his mother, his sister-in-law, and his neighbor, I believe.
And this sculpture shows how beauty can come from debris.
We found this phone with this frog that's dehydrated apparently from the storm and dehydrated in the heat. So I see this as the collect call from Katrina.
Each shield will stay in Bay St. Louis and be given to a person or place that gave it inspiration.
What I have on is the bridge that we see here, and some cranes, and a beam of light to show hope.
It symbolizes the whole process of coming down here and offering our hope and our love to a place that has been injured by a catastrophe.
In Bay St. Louis, Trang Pham Bui, WLOX News.
Besides creating art, the students also produced video documentaries, wrote poetry, and performed in skits. They'll showcase their work tonight at the Bay High School cafeteria. It's on Blue Meadow Road. The show runs from 7 until 9 this evening.
I'm presenting my shield to the band director of this school, Miss Kathy Kreider. She's unable to be here today because she's out of town on vacation after her long week of band camp. So I made my shield specifically for her because I believe she has a lot of spirit and a lot of hope for our community and the students of Bay High School.
I wanted to present my shield to my Uncle Andy because I believe he is a hero in my eyes. For him staying during the storm and saving people.
I would like to present my shield to Mr. Andre Hill because my shield means, to me, it means human potential, right? And the little time that I've known this man, it seems that he's always trying to be the better man and always reaching his potential and allowing others to reach their potential. And I feel that this is a shield that will protect that quality that he has in him so he can continue being the man that he is.
Woo!